past decade, the right wing has waged a war on democracy in order to lock in political control for huge corporations, CEOs, and the richest 1% over the rest of us Americans. That war has been waged at every level of government, from the U.S. Supreme Court to the White House and to Congress, all the way through to our state governments and our local city councils and school boards. You can see its impact everywhere. Just look at Congress. Since the day American voters elected Barack Obama to be president in 2008, right-wing politicians, fueled by big money, have vowed to block almost every policy he promotes. Senate Republicans have used the filibuster to prevent action on legislation and nominations during the Obama administration more than at any other time in our nation's history, effectively putting an end to majority rule in our federal government and blocking progress on the critical issues facing our nation in the 21st century. Now, Republican leaders have spread the gridlock on the U.S. Supreme Court as they refuse to even hold a hearing to fill the vacancy left on the nation's highest court by Justice Scalia's death. Meanwhile, special interest influence over our democracy has reached new heights through pay-to-play groups like ALEC, the American Legislative Exchange Council, that arranges for corporate lobbyists to smooze and booze legislators and then secretly vote with them as equals on model bills to change our rights without the press or public present. Extreme bills that are often then rammed through our legislatures with voters left out and in the dark. Groups bankrolled by billionaires and corporations have launched a cynical assault on our right to vote by pouring enormous sums into state election campaigns in order to control how districts get drawn, and to rig our elections by letting representatives choose their voters instead of the other way around, and by creating new barriers that make it harder for Americans to vote while obstructing crucial efforts to update the Voting Rights Act. Posing as champions of freedom, the corporate right wing is actively stripping away our power to act democratically at the local level to make decisions about our own communities, passing laws to preempt local decisions on everything from basic civil rights for the LGBTQ community to blocking local efforts to protect our water, parks, and neighborhoods from the hazards of fracking, to blocking local cities from making decisions about paid sick leave and long overdue raises to the minimum wage. Nowhere has this loss of democracy been more visible than in Flint, Michigan, where drinking water has been poisoned by lead for month after month after month. It's time to stand up and fight back. Hundreds of marchers arrived in Washington, D.C. on April 11th after walking all the way from Philadelphia, the city where our Constitution was created, for a week of sit-ins and protests. Many thousands more will arrive for a mass march on the Capitol on April 17th to sound the alarm for our American democracy and launch a powerful movement to save it and save our future, and then take that fight back home.